Ah, yes. The feeling of walking in your dreams. I am so enthused in walking in my dreams that I just want to take a moment and dance and things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like that horn. I like that horn so much, yes. Just living my dreams, walking in my destiny. It's a blessing to see. Man, oh man, I love that horn. Yo, Otis, what's up, brother? Join me. You feel that? Oh, let me go holler at these ladies. You do your thing, bro. Man, let's kick this. Come on. Let's go. I just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams.
I'm
moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving. I am dancing to the sound of my dreams. I can feel it coming over me. Feel the rhythm going deep in my soul, telling me never to let it go. Keep your eyes on the prize and your head to the sky. Stomp your feet on the ground as you move to the sound of your dreams. With your mind on the grind, you will find that in time you will shine like a diamond. Just follow your dreams.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams.
I'm
moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm dancing in my dreams. Hands in some seams. Wearing it, the Lord said my plans will succeed. Well, you singing how this man will exceed. All expectations shining for the nation. Free from the plantation. That tells you to be waiting. Take less, no desire for greatness. You can fix your lips if you straighten. I told my mom that I wanted to be on the stage. She looked at me like I was crazy. Prayed in movie theaters that I can be on the screen. All things are possible to those who believe. Wrote my first rhyme when I was 14. Trying to impress the kids in school. Been some rules. 20 years later, you get the witness cue. How he did his dues. This kid's a fool. 36 in a dream ain't left. Gonna do this to my last breath. On me, meaning has slept. But you get to watch my steps. Watch my steps. Watch my steps. I just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
I'm just dancing in my dreams.
Dancing here in my dreams. I'm moving. This music is grooving.
traffic example. Some of you forgot to pay off. Some of you slide. Gotta be realized. Look at so many private business. Being so successful. Look at you. Success. Got enemies.
One, two, three, four. I'm testing.
Nightmares of the bottom, I'm listening to Lil Wayne as I sit here and recollect these thoughts in my brain. Pain and progression, it coincides together. You gotta go through rain before you get through sunny weather. I was trying to get this cheddar, make life a little better, but your mama couldn't handle it, she started getting fed up. I couldn't find work, so I tried to gain work, but everything I was trying, son, it just didn't work. So I moved back to DC, my roots, my home, for better opportunity. It was the best thing at the time, cause I couldn't have you here without having some type of grind. Lord knows that you always on my mind. If only I could turn back the hands of time, I would've chose a better way, you know, a different grind, instead of having all this damn pain inside.
If I could, I would change the world for you, cause I want you to know, please know the truth, that I'll always be here for you, no matter what they may say. If I could, I would change the world for you, cause I want you to know, please know the truth, that I'll always be here for you, no matter what they may say.
Mommy went her separate ways, so daddy had to move on. Then she had the nerve to get upset when I had my newborn. Confusion, I know, but you know Nick is your brother. No matter what anybody say to you both, I love you. Away from the struggle, that's where I wanted to be. The intentions of being the best father I could be. Same situation with his mom, damn, not again. I know I'm not perfect, but these women just won't comprehend. It's a no-win situation that I'm facing. Steady stressing and pacing, cause these courses now taking everything that I earn, but I'ma keep pressing, cause y'all still my concern.
If I could, I would change the world for you, cause I want you to know, please know the truth, that I'll always be here for you, no matter what they may say. If I could, I would change the world for you, cause I want you to know, please know the truth, that I'll always be here for you, no matter what they may say. If I could, I would change the world for you. Please know the truth, that I'm always be here for you, no matter what they say. If I could, I would change the world for you, and I'll always be here for you, no matter what they say.
love me. It's hurting me like you hating me, sexing me like you like me, but talk to me like you crazy. But damn, I should be leaving, but every time I start leaving, you chasing me like you love me and loving me like you miss me.
I am
losing my mind like I dropped it behind the sofa. I'm cold and closed like a soda that's ready but still ain't open. Twisted up like a rollie. Listen what mama told me, but somehow you had me think I was really your one and only. But you was never faithful, you lied. Shorty, I hate you, I'm lying. I love you so much, I'm crying. Now I'm chasing the kitty out off my get back. Leaving the trail of broken hearts, I lead back to the day I hit that moment I'll never get back. How do I get back?
Up when love is just a memory, especially when you feel you had to put forth your energy. Nah, I'm not a perfect man, had some crazy tendencies, but I had to show you you was more than just some cheeks to me. Homie, lover, friend, I mean, ain't that how it's supposed to be? Never had to question if I really wanted you close to me. We was ride or die, at least that was our mentality, but somehow, some way that just faded away gradually. Damn, what a catastrophe. Pressures of this life took us. Don't know why we thought the devil would ever overlook us. Now we separated and shit, acting like we happy when we really hating this shit. Far more than acquaintances that's on a high and by basis, compromising positions that required you naked. Now the tomfoolery and all of the faking, without our connection, how could we ever be complacent? Let's face it, love won't let me wait for another to come up and make me feel so great. Hungry for that love like I ain't never ate. Why would I ever let another scrape up off my plate? Anywhere.
Nigga, check 1 2.
Yo, what is cracking, my people? What is cracking? Welcome to yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. I'm your host with the most, keeping it 100 from coast to coast. Through God, I boast. ADQ. Show me love. I know. I'm great. I know. Come on. Cut it out. Quit it. I know. Yep. Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too. Welcome to yet another episode of ADQ's Renaissance. It is Sunday, July 24th, 19 nothing. It's 2022. I'm tripping. First of all, I want to give a birthday shout out to my little cousin Amani. She turned 14 on the 18th. I want to give a shout out to my sister Tia. She turned 33. We getting old up in this piece. Shout out to my homegirl Shannon. Happy belated birthday to her. We are now in Leo season. Do we have a clap for that? I guess so. My mom's a Leo. I guess. Let's give a smatter of applause for Leos, because Leo. Yeah, it's a smatter of applause versus a big freaking route cheering for Leo, because Leos are mean, man. Leos are some of the most mean, stubborn people I've ever known. So, the great sign is us Virgos. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about bars. I'm going to tell you who I'm going to be talking about bars with in a minute. Tell y'all a little bit about my weekend. First of all, I want to give a round of applause to the brother Ian Harrison. Yes, show Ian some love. Let's show Ian some love. He wrote, cultivated, directed, and produced Messy Millennial Starter Pack. I acted in it as Deontay Givens. Had the time of my life. Laughs, laughs. I nearly broke character a couple times because of how funny it is. Ian Harrison wrote a masterpiece. Yes. So coming up next will be Assassins. I will be acting in Assassins as Samuel Bick. If you don't know who Samuel Bick is, watch the movie The Assassination of Nixon, or you can just read about him. He suffered from depression. He was an out-of-work tire salesman, and due to all of his shortcomings in life, he decided that the enemy was Richard Nixon, and he plotted to kill Nixon. So I'll be portraying that role. So check it out. It's going up August 19th to 21st and August 26th to 28th at the Congregational United Church of Christ, 400 West Radiance Drive here in Greensboro. Also, please head down to Winston-Salem and head down to Winston-Salem on August 14th and the following weekend. Check out my play that I wrote, The Art of Life, as part of the One Act Festival that Camel City Playhouse is putting up. You go check that out. My play, The Art of Life, is going to be among the plays that are going up at that night. And also on August the 27th, pull up to Gate City Tavern. Pull up the Great Gate City Tavern. My guest is going to tell you more about that. Just know that ADQ going to be spitting. Y'all going to hear bars. Y'all going to hear bars in abundance. So also I want to show some love, a round of applause. Round of applause to Spring Theater. Yesterday I went and I saw their production of Footloose, and I was blown away. It was incredible. It was a Saturday afternoon well spent. It got me amped. So shout out to Footloose. Shout out to everybody in the cast. Shout out to my friends Aaron, and Dan. Loved it. Now, let's transition. Sound like Batman. Let's get into my particular guest. That did not sound right particularly. Let's acknowledge my particular guest. This brother is an official artist of Beat Bangers and Knock Wolves. And I see the TM, so it's telemarketed. Don't try to steal it. You will not like the outcome of that. The man is bringing the reality of DC life to tracks. Man, we gotta know about that DC life. Dave Chappelle talks about the DC life every now and then. The man's not new to the life or the booth. He's just a local MC with a heart and passion, trying to make his mark on the game. I've heard this brother's bars, and he is making his mark indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to ADQ's Renaissance, brother, Northeast Beast. His government name is Terrance Mason, but Northeast Beast, we're going to call him T. What up, brother?
Peace. What's going on?
Peace. Well, first of all, we got to give you a round of applause because I always celebrate all fellow artists who come up on my platform. So shout out to you. Much love. Man, that love was so great that he had to tap out, and he tapped him back in. It's all good, man. It's technology. Technology is crazy sometimes.
What happened just now, but we here.
We here, man. We here. So, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain at all, man. And, blessed to see another day.
Always great, man. I love that light. It's like I wake up every morning. I'm like, Lord, thank you for a brand new day. Just go ahead and start the day with positive vibes. Now, just to let you know, I'm loving that hat that you got on, and I'm hating that hat at the same time. I'm loving it.
I've been a fan forever, man. Never switched up, so Well,
see, I'm loving it because I'm a Lakers fan. I'm hating it because they're doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff this summer.
They are. They definitely are.
And I'm tired of turning on ESPN and hearing Stephen A. Smith talking about Russell Westbrook about to get traded.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know, bro. I honestly feel like he need to go. A lot of people will probably disagree with me, but he need to go, bro.
I agree.
Like, I've always said that he's OC. You know, his shot selection is not very great. So you know, just he really didn't do a lot for us, to be truthfully honest. So I mean, it really wouldn't be too much of a loss.
In all honesty, I would say that our value declined. I mean, of course, we're always going to be highly valued with the Lakers, but you know, our productivity and our win-loss percentage declined with the addition of Westbrook. So I, like you, am looking to see him leave LA. He can go to the Clippers if you want to, but no more purple and gold for him
at all. Yeah,
I would argue that every time that. So what?
Now I said we need to get him up out of there ASAP.
Yeah, every time that he gives us a poor performance, I think Kobe does a backflip in his grave. So yo, let's go ahead and get into the bars. Let's get into the artistry and all that good stuff, man. What brought you across my radar is you thankfully invited me to come to one of y'all's events that y'all have over at the Gate City Tavern, and I greatly appreciate that. You know, as much as I act, as much as I do theater and everything, you've heard my project. There is a rapper in me that's going to be there forever and ever and ever forever. Yes. So I thank you for the platform to show that. But yo, as I've been learning more and more about you, first of all, your artist name is Northeast Beast, and second of all, you're talking about DC. This is NC. So please tell us about DC and what brought you to NC.
Well, I'm actually in Roanoke, Virginia, truthfully. But DC, born and raised there, you know, grew up. I mean, just like anywhere else, you know, it has its ups and downs, but I mean, just the struggle, man, you know, the struggle is everywhere. I mean, we all see certain things going throughout life that may be good things, may be bad things. And unfortunately, a lot of those things for me was potentially, you know, a lot of bad, you know, just regular street life type of things, you know what I mean? Regular poverty, you know, just struggling, trying to come up and make it, you know, just all of those things, man. As far as being in NC though, my mother and my sister just recently moved out there probably about a year ago. So I was actually out there visiting them. I think it was in October, if I'm not mistaken, and they had some type of festival or something going on. I came to the festival. We were walking around. I ran into her government name is Alicia Smith, but she goes by Passionate Lee. I ran into her. Well, actually, my mother ran into her. You know what I mean? And they were talking. I heard this guy out there. He was singing. He was singing on the block. So I was like, yo, I gotta go holler at him and get his information. You know what I'm saying? So as I was talking to him, my mother was talking to Lee. So when I finally go over there, my mom was like, yo, you need to connect with her because, you know, she does poetry. She, you know what I mean? She's into the music. She's putting on shows, pretty much a lot of the same things that you're into. So I was like, all right, cool. So, you know, I got her information, contacted her probably about 2 weeks after that. You know, we chopped it up. I told her about a lot of the things that I wanted to try to do and get going. Told her that, you know, I was thinking about potentially moving, you know, to the area. And we just got it popping from there. You know, she said that she was willing to work with me. You feel me? As far as like doing a show, putting on an event and getting a couple of artists to come out. So that's the first show that we did. It was at Artie Party. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but
Artie
it's a
Party.
large party. We did our first event there, and I had a couple of artists from the DC Maryland area come out to Greensboro. She had a few artists, from Greensboro come. Everybody did their thing. It was a lot of talent there, man. So we was like, yo, we want to move forward and try to do this again and make this an ongoing thing. And we want to do it for the culture. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be able to give a platform to a lot of those artists that don't necessarily get a chance to perform or get the shine that they deserve, because it's a lot of clicks involved when it comes to this music thing, especially when it's in a certain area. I'm pretty sure it goes on in North Carolina too, but in DC it's a lot of clicks involved. A lot of people, they're not gonna rock with you unless you from their hood or you from that, that specific clique or area, whatever it is. So, it's a lot of that going on. And you see a lot of the same faces at shows. If you're not necessarily the so-called popular person, you know what I mean, you really don't get that, that shine. So we wanted to try to put an end to all that. It don't matter to us. You know what I mean? If you dope, you dope. And we want to hear what you have to bring forth to the culture. You know what I mean? Whether you're a poet, a rapper, a singer, whatever it is.
Well, I could say that I appreciate that, and yeah, I would agree that it could be very cliquey. I'm pretty sure that that's nationwide, but I love how y'all are like destroying that clickiness, because you're like you're bringing people from DC down here, and you got people who are like North Carolina here. Not only that, but they could be DC. They could be like implants from other areas. So that's a good way to broaden the base. And I could tell you I've never been a cliquey type, right? I mean, there's groups that I know and everything, but so I just told you about I was just talking about theater. The love that I have to spread and the amount of talent that I have to share, it goes across several different spaces. So I think that clickiness brings one to be very close-minded, my personal opinion. And I would say, as a talent whose rapping abilities has been slept on very largely over the years, I thank you for that space, because I know it's like to hear people sleeping, hear them snoring and whatnot, but that's the beauty about when you get up in front of people, you spit, you do your thing, and they're like, I didn't know. Yeah, I know you didn't know. Don't you feel stupid now?
Like you said, man, I get that a lot. Like you said, just the people that sleep. And I get a lot of well, you don't do a whole bunch of party music, or you don't do a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. And it's like, I stay true to me. I stay true to myself and what it is that, that I want to do, that I feel is important to me first. Not saying that the listener is not important, because they are. But at the same time, I have to be happy with the product too before, it touches the listener's ear. So if I'm not happy with whatever it is that I'm talking about, then I'm not going to, I'm not going to put it out there. I'm not going to, we have a lot of artists that get on tracks and they tell a lot of lies, And if that's what worked for you, then that's cool. But I'm not going to be that artist. You know what I mean? So like I said, I like to give the listener me, and in its full entirety. So that's exactly what I do. Not saying that I can't make the party music, and I don't, because I definitely can do that too. But it's like, for me, honestly, and I'm not saying this to sound cocky or anything, but it's
go for it, bro.
Where it's like, okay, that's a little too. I feel like it's a little too easy to do. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't really want to. I want to challenge myself. Like, I don't really see myself competing with other artists per se, even though this is a competitive sport. But my competitiveness is really towards myself, because I want to make each project, each song, each EP mixtape, whatever it is, I want to make each one better than the last.
Mm-hmm.
and that's you know that's just the challenge for me. If I can't do that,
I
then
was
I feel like I'm not having any type of forward progress, any type of growth.
I would say because as you say that your joint contagious, which I've been bumping, your joint contagious comes to mind. How you were talking, how you like at some point during the song you said, I know you were expecting trap or something like that. Now,
Mhm.
I would say when you say that doing some type of party joint is easy, I would agree. It is very much easy because for one thing, you hear a lot of party joints. There's not really very much. There's not really any wordplay. You're not telling a story. You're just saying, hey, I'm sitting here in the cut. Yo, she got a big old butt, and then you give them a whole bunch of dancing directions. That's pretty much it. Little John, his hardest work was done making the beats, right? But as far as like being a rapper, all I did was go ahead and jump up and down, and jump up and down. That's it.
It's
You
really
know
a
what I'm
hype
saying?
man. If you really
Yeah,
think
hype man.
about
That's
it,
exactly what it is.
yeah.
But like I remember. Okay, so I tell you this. In the most recent play that I did, part of my homework to do was in getting in the character was to listen to some type of the type of music that my character would listen to, and he would listen to some hood music, right? Nothing against hood music. There are some trap songs, some hood songs I could rock with, but unless they're poetic with their stories like Nasir Jones, I can't really rock with it unless they're like really getting unless they're like getting a very transparent like Kendrick, like Cole, that's today. You know what I'm saying? I really can't get with it. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. There has to be an element of artistry there. Otherwise, you just talking. Otherwise, who's making these joints about killing people, robbing people, and everything? And they really did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Because I listen to everything, and like you said, trap is definitely something that I listen to on a regular basis. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for me, also, it's about my mood. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I have to be in a certain mood to listen to a certain type of track, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It makes
Like
perfect
you said,
sense.
I might listen to Lil Jon, like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm in the gym or something like that, because I just need to be hype and get that, you know what I mean, that energy or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So I might listen to that just to get hyped up and just to amp myself up. But yeah, I mean, some of the trap artists, some of them do have pretty unique stories. Some of them do, have certain things that they talk about where it's like, okay, I mean, I can relate to that. You know what I mean? But then there's others that would be, under the whole mumble rap category. And those are the ones that it's like, okay, get this garbage off immediately. You know what I'm saying? So it
I
just
tell
really
you one
depends.
artist that I will tell you one artist that I'm slowly but surely starting to gain an appreciation for. 2 Chainz.
Hmm.
Like I I want to like sit down and listen to his album, rap, or go to the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that there's a lot of substance to that one. But aside from that, we're talking about you. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what was it that made you decide to pick up the mic and start spitting?
Honestly, rap was never in my plan at first, to be truthful.
What
I
was in
did
your
used to
plan?
I did used to write poetry though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay.
I used to read a lot. I used to like to write my own little short stories and stuff like that. English was my favorite subject back in the day in school. Um, One of my cousins had passed. Um, I ended up writing a poem about it, and I shared that poem with my class in school, my English teacher was very impressed by it. So what she did was she bought me a journal, and she gave me this journal and told me to, what I'm saying, to just write down all of my thoughts and all of my experiences in this journal, put it in poetry form. So that's what I started doing. Now it was one day when one of my other cousins, he went to school with two other guys, and they had a group called Fear Itself in high school. Uh, I used to sit at my cousin's house, man, and just watch him play like the keyboard, watch him playing the piano, just making beats and stuff like that. Then there was one day when the other two guys that he was in the group with, they came over to the house. They were all sitting around, and this was back in the day when they had the Maxwell 90-minute cassette tapes, right? So
man, you talking about cassette tapes?
Yeah. So my cousin, he put a tape in and pressed record. And these niggas, they, just sitting around the house freestyling on this 90-minute cassette tape. And I'm sitting there in amazement like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could do that. So they hand me the mic and was like, yeah, go ahead, spit something. And I'm like, yeah, nah, that's not my thing. And they was like, you write poetry, right? And I was like, yeah. So they was like, well, if you write poetry, then you can rap. Poetry is, pretty much the same thing as just without the beat. So thought about it, and I was like, you know what, y'all might be right. But I still never started rapping, I started writing more. So then the next time when I got together with them, they was like, yeah, man, like, let us hear something. We know you've been writing, so let us hear something. So they put on a beat. I spit one of my poems, over the beat, and it actually went perfectly. And they was like, there you go, right there. So from that moment, I just started working on the craft. And I actually, I used to, when I would go to school, I would spit some of my poems for some of my classmates, or I would go like outside every now and then. I used to watch battle. I still do to this day. Watch battle rap a lot. Back in the day, the Smack DVDs and all of that. So one day I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna try the battle thing. You know what I'm saying? So tried that. You know what I mean? I started doing that a lot. It was going pretty good. It was just at school mainly, but it was cool for what it was back then. You know what I mean?
Do you still battle? Do you still battle?
No, I don't. Nah, I was doing that in high school, man. But yeah, man. So ever since then, I've always kept a notebook with me. I've always kept something with me to where I could write. But before rap, bro, basketball was what I wanted to do. I was always on somebody's basketball court. So,
right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, sure. I loved basketball before theater came into my life, and it became apparent to me. This is back when I was a teenager. It became apparent to me I wasn't getting no more taller, and I didn't really like running that much. So yeah, and plus I would say to anybody who doesn't see the quality of poetry in rap, rap simply stands for rhythm and poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see that marriage all the time. Who would you say are like your most major influences?
All right, so with me growing up in a household where I was raised in the church, I actually wasn't able to listen to rap at first. You see what I'm saying? Because
Same here, man. Same here.
I sang choir and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I was going to church, right? So that's why I say rap wasn't really in my thoughts at first, because I could sing. You know what I'm saying? So, but after a while, being at school and you hear your friends talking about certain things, and like, oh man, did you hear this and did you hear that? So I actually started like having to sneak and get certain CDs, and I would have my man, bring me certain, certain stuff. And so back then I was listening. Well, first off, let me go back. Let me rewind a little bit. My very first album, there was two albums on my second birthday. My mother, she got me a Shaka Khan and Curtis Blow. Those
Okay.
are my first two albums ever. But like I said, once I started getting into the music, my homeboy used to bring me, CDs and tapes and all of that. I was listening to, of course, Wu Tang and Nas and Busta Rhymes, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Missy Elliott, you know what I mean? People like that. So that's pretty much, like you said, a lot of my influence came from Nas. I listened to a lot of Nas.
I get Nas energy. I get Nas energy while listening to your joints. And so, yo, tell me, you gotta tell me what does Nas mean to you?
Man, empowerment, bro. Like I sat down. My favorite track by Nas is the joint that he got with Ronald Isley, Project Windows.
Ooh,
That's
Project
my
Windows.
favorite track by him.
Project
And
Windows.
the joint Nas on Ronald Isley.
So, my of all of the Nas joints out there, let's see what will I call favorite? Life's a Bitch. I love that one. Love that one.
Yeah.
Nas did his thing on the song, but we can agree that AZ slightly washed him. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Monster. Definitely.
Yes, AZ was a monster on that.
I mean, Nas, AZ, Cormega, all them dudes like that. Shoot, I even Big
Oh,
L,
now you talking about the firm.
Big L. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Another favorite Nas track would be Thug Mansion. I don't know, it's just something about him and Tupac spitting to an acoustic guitar that I just happen to love. I don't know, King's Disease, the whole album's great, but I'm trying to figure out why is he rapping these depressing love lyrics on King's Disease? Is it kind of like an indirect sequel to Life is Good? Because no, Life is Good was somewhat about police, right?
Yeah,
But
I think that just has a lot to do with the space he was in at that point in time in his life. You know what I mean? Like that's that's just what I think. You know what I mean? A lot of people were saying that, he doesn't have a great beat, and a lot of people were not pleased with the most recent albums that he did. But I mean, so, to each his own. I mean, I guess it really just depends on like what you're looking for as a person, because everybody looks for something different. Like you said, we look for bars, we look for that message, we look for the metaphors, we look for the storytelling, all of that type of feel. So somebody else might be looking for something totally different, and they'll miss all of everything else. You know what I'm saying? So it
well,
depends
I
on the
will
person.
say, I will say with Nas's recent albums, right? His recent albums after Life is Good, you got Nasir, the joint he did with Kanye West, his Wyoming album. Yeah, Nas has a Wyoming album. King's Disease, KD2, and Magic, right?
Yeah. I like
so
the
last three,
the joint that he got Lauryn Hill on with him.
yes, nobody. Like Nas did his thing on that, but Lauryn Hill, she came on there like she had something to say.
Yeah, she definitely put a lot of muscle into that one, because she was like, "Look, I'm tired of people playing with me. I'm still who I am." You know what I mean? So yeah, I think she definitely had a lot to say on that one, and she definitely had a point to prove. She wanted to let people know, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm still here.
Well, like I tried to like give KD2 a second listen. I didn't like it at first, but I tried to like give it a second listen. I love how he just took a tight Hit Boy beat and took an entire song to talk about his relationship with Tupac, Death Row East.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. Okay, tell me this. What did you think about EPMD, the song EPMD? Because I'm sorry, Eminem came on that and he just went crazy.
So I'm a fan of Eminem, to be honest with you. A lot of people, like I said, I guess it just depends on what you're looking for. Because a lot of people that I know, they'll be like, "Oh, well, I can't rock with Eminem because I can't relate to what he's talking about and this, that, and the third, and he's talking about white people problems and this, and I'm like, the man is talented. You can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that he does things, the way that he puts effort into his craft, the way that he, you know what I'm saying, he flows, the way that he spit is just, I don't see how anybody could discredit him for what he does. So me personally, I felt like you said, he definitely did his thing on that. Like he went crazy.
Okay.
That's what him do. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, he got his tracks where, he do talk about some crazy stuff and, whatever. But I mean, he's creative within doing it though.
Okay. All right. So I love talking about influences and whatnot, right? Now, if I may, let me get on my high shoot something. Let me talk about. Let me say how I feel about Eminem. All right.
Do your thing, bro.
Okay, because we're talking as hip hop lovers here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lord Jamar will make the argument that Eminem is a guest in the house of hip hop. At first, I would agree with that. But now in 2022, with that man's track records, with the amount of bars that he did, I'll bet you Jay-Z would even say, yes, Eminem watched me on my own daggone song. He will admit that. When you listen to Renegade, he will admit that. Eminem, regardless of the fact that he is white, he can sit comfortably in the house of hip hop. He has earned it. That man is a freaking genius. Like, yo, when he first came out, I thought he was Vanilla Ice in it. I thought he was another one of these gimmick white rappers just out here being white and doing whatever. But when I watched 8 Mile and realized that is his actual story, when I saw footage of him battle rapping people, when I actually started paying attention to the bars, the wordplay, the multisyllable rhymes, around here in the South, very few artists are known for wordplay like that. You might get that and rap and move on. But Eminem will say that is a rap. Matter of fact, happen to clap. You know what I'm saying?
It's rapid fire. It's back to back. Bar none. Yeah, it's too much. Like, it's very seldom that you sit down and you like, yo, what the fuck did he just, like, I gotta go back and listen to that whole thing over again so I could catch everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that it's not rappers out there that don't do it as well, but I'm just saying it's not very seldom where you really have to sit down and say that. Not me personally anyway, I would say. But I don't feel like it's too many people that have to do that. Eminem is one of those people, like, he's one of those people where it's like, hold up. Did he say what I think he just said? Let's go back.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta, and he might have took it in a different direction that you thought from the jump. And you're like, oh yeah, no, I was tripping. This is a whole different route that he going in. So, I mean, it's certain rappers, they know how to, you know what I'm saying, how to play and manipulate your mind. Like I said, like Nas was one of those people. He can make you think that he's talking about one thing, but the whole time he's talking about something else. And you really got to sit and pay attention. I feel like in today's time, a lot of people don't want to take the time out to really listen. A lot of people don't want to think no more. You know what I'm saying? Thinking is too much for them. So that's why you have those, you know what I'm saying, those individuals that just want the bounce beat, the catchy hook, you know what I'm saying, and then just something that they could, you know what I mean, they can vibe to and dance, drink, smoke, whatever it is, you know what I mean, and chill. They don't want to think too much.
That's why people. That's why there are people, man. I lie to you now. There are people. That's why there are people out here who are actually calling Kendrick Lamar's new album, "Mr. Moral and the High Steppers," whack. When I hear that, I say, "How dare you?" That's blasphemous. Kendrick makes you think.
Bro. That's what it is.
First you gotta get. Yeah, it's making you do mental exercise. First you gotta listen to it and be like, okay, he just spit that to that beat. Then you gotta go back and listen to it and be like, yo, what in the world what are the words they actually say? Then you gotta go back and listen to it and be like, what exactly was he talking about? Cause there were substantive rhymes in all of them.
Mm-hmm. And then he dropping gems at the same time and history and all of that and certain things that make you be like, oh yeah, you know what? He just dropped a gem in some history that I might need to go research. But the whole time they're not gonna do it. Why? Because it's too much brain. You know what I'm saying? Too much of using your brain.
And so that's why I would tell you. That's why I would tell you I appreciate your artistry because I appreciate any artist who wants to teach me something who will make me think. You know, that's why, yo, I'm starting to like really get on KRS-One. And I'm like, bro, you should have been on KRS-One. But I came to the game late. Yo, I grew up in a Christian household where rap was.
It's still some people that, I'm doing my own research on, you know what I'm saying, as far as artists from back in the day. Ones that, I kind of slept on myself. And to be truthfully honest, KRS-One was one of those artists. Like, I just really couldn't get into him at first. You know what I mean? And it was just like, yeah, nah, this ain't, he not for me. But if you tell her, you know what I'm saying, I done had a couple of conversations with a few, like even with Ice Cube, I didn't really rock with Ice Cube like that at first neither. And I had a couple of conversations with some people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, nah, bro, we about to kick you out. We about to kick you out the group. You got to do your research, this, that, and the third. And yeah, nah, bro, how can you not like this? And how can you say you love hip hop and you don't know about that? So you don't know about, it's you definitely have to be knowledgeable of, the industry, if that's what you want to call it, that we are in.
Speaking,
like you definitely have to be knowledgeable. Especially when it comes to the ones that paved the way before, us. You hear all the time a lot of the new artists now when they do interviews and all that, and they're asked about some of the older artists, they have a lot of slander and disrespectful comments and whatnot. And it's like, I mean, sometimes I can understand because it's like, okay, you really don't know about this person like that. So maybe it's better for you to just say, I really don't know, than to give them slander, you know what I'm saying? But it comes off that way in a lot of other people's eyes when somebody says, oh, well, I don't rock with Tupac like that, or oh, I don't rock with Run DMC, or you know what I'm saying, just giving examples, you know what I'm saying, like, because like I said, there's been new artists that has said some disrespectful things, especially when it comes to Tupac. So it's just
I would just say to those young people, first of all, shut up. Okay. Watch your mouth. Just say you don't know. And then go listen to something. You just might learn something.
It's better if you just say you don't know rather than to be like, oh, well, yeah, they ain't did this or they ain't did that, or, you know what I mean, or fuck him, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a bit, like I said, there's been a lot of slander. Like I said, especially when it comes to Pac, and Pac is one of my other influences. You know what I'm saying? So it was Nas, Pac for me. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Nas and Pac are like staples in my top 5.
Definitely.
I'll tell you my top 5. My top 5 is Lecrae #1. Because when I was in my Christian bag, he was really spinning rhymes that I could really relate to. Then you got Nasir Jones. Tupac, Lupe Fiasco, and I keep on changing up number 5. At one point, it was Common, but I can't get with Common new stuff. It don't hit like it used to. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that one. Yeah.
It was at one point. It was Outkast. I used a loophole while everybody praising Andre 3000. Come on now. Big Boy got bars too. But I'm mad at them because they ain't put none. They haven't dropped anything new as a group in almost 20 years. It's been almost 20 years. Let's see. So I would say right now the number 5 slot is occupied by Fonte.
Okay.
Fonte. Okay. Fonte is the J. Cole before J. Cole. Except I don't think he's as transparent as J. Cole. Fonte and Big Pooh, love the Big Pooh as well. But Little Brother as a collective, and Fonte when he goes solo, they talk about the working class and whatnot. J. Cole will tell you about when his feelings are hurt or whatever. But it's still an element of transparency that come with them. Little Brother came on the scene at a time when everybody was shaking their locks and whatnot and getting crunk in the club and stuff. They come from North Carolina. Pooh. I think Pooh is originally from Virginia. Now he live in Charlotte. Tay live in Raleigh, but he's originally from here, Greensboro. They got with Ninth Wonder and introduced North Carolina and all hip hoppers around here to a style from some lyrical brothers from the South. You know what I'm saying? I never saw that done before. Someone come from North Carolina and be lyrical. If you listen to old school T.I., old school Outkast and stuff, you know that rappers from the South can be lyrical. Just it's not on the highest margin. So Fonte is number 5. Sorry, I don't know why I just went on that rant, but yeah.
No, you good, bro.
Now I gotta ask you, who's your top 5?
I'm digging that list, though. Definitely, I'm digging that list.
You doing what? Oh,
no, I said I like the list. I'm digging the list that you just put out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and my 6th man at the moment. My 6th man, I'm trying to decide between Jadakiss and Black Thought. It's a very tough decision.
Yeah, I rock with both of them, bro. But Kiss is my man, bro. Kiss is my man. So like,
okay, so
I was trying to debate whether or not Kiss goes in my top 5 or not.
I mean, so put him on there. I mean, look. This time a year ago, probably around this time, sometime last summer, what Kiss did to Dipset was just criminal. You know what I'm saying? It was criminal to completely slaughter a whole nother group like that. But that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Styles P and Sheik lose they help, but Kiss that was ugly. And Kiss don't get his flowers like he should, man. He I put it this way. Ja Rule went up against 50 Cent, right? Lost, got slaughtered, got ate up. It was a rap. He hadn't been able to rebound his rap career ever since. Fat Joe went up against 50 Cent, and guess what he did? He backed off. Cameron went up against 50 Cent. When's he? You don't hear much from him these days, right? Rick Ross went up against 50 Cent. Luckily, Rick Ross went up against 50 Cent when he was very young in his career, because he backed off and he just went on his way. This is around the time when 50 Cent was getting more into TV and movies. Jadakiss went up against 50 Cent and won.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate is exactly what it was. Checkmate. So, anyway, so who's your top 5?
So mine is based on based on influence, right?
Right.
So I'm going Tupac, Nas.
Right.
Uh, Tupac, Nas, DMX. Well, no. First,
What?
Tupac, Nas, Busta Rhymes, DMX, and that's my five influence wise. Now
Oh, I didn't hear the last two.
I said Tupac, Nas, Busta Rhymes, DMX, and Jadakiss.
I love that. I love that list. I love that list. That's a New York list because and I can say that because Tupac was born in New York. So that's a New York list. So
which is
so
crazy
yo,
because
tell me this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Now I
Go
was
ahead.
going to say, which is crazy because a lot of the stuff that I listen to, you know what I'm saying, first starting out, I was listening to a lot of like I was listening to the Chronic album, like Dre and Snoop, the Brat. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to, you know what I mean, to people like that. But yeah.
So
what was you about to say though?
Well, what I was about to ask you is, yo, we talking about all these well-known MCs, how we look at them and whatnot. But yo, see, you're originally from DC, right?
Yeah.
So when I think about DC, I think about crooked politicians and I think about go-go music. And I think about whatever jokes about DC Dave Chappelle has said. But I'm sure that there. But I'm sure. I mean, you're an example of yourself. I'm sure that there is a bumping hip hop scene in DC that is not very known on the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Like what other artists? Like what other artists from DC would you do you like listen to?
It's a few. So I'm gonna start with people outside of my, you know what I'm saying, outside of my crew. And
Right.
I listen to a guy from Landover, Maryland. His name is, he goes by Redback from Landover, Maryland. 808 Prime. I listen to 808 Prime. I listen to Tokyo Crow. He's from DC, Northeast DC to be exact. I listen to a female by the name of Kenilworth Katrina. I listen to AJ Throwback, Prowess the Testament. I mean, it's a lot of artists, man. I could go on. Tony Bello. Shoot. Mallory X. Like I said, it's a lot of artists. As far as going into my own crew, Mental to God, Royce Ripken, which a lot you'll see their names on my project that you listen to a few times. Mental to God, Royce Ripken, Killer Beats. You know what I'm saying? He actually did production and he also rapped too. It's a lot of artists, man. Shoot, you got Trife Gang from DC. Shoot, you got Young Strike. You got Looney Sun. You got, oh man, I got
Sound
so
like
many
there's a
names in
whole
my head right
DC.
now. I can't even name everybody. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Like truthfully, like the whole DMV or DC, whatever you want to call it, because a lot of people, you know, they got their little thing about that. But in the area of the DMV, you know what I'm saying, it's so many talented artists there. And that's what I was saying before about, you know, just people not really seeing everyone there because of the, you know, the popularity, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's a lot of people that that really deserve a lot more shine than they, you know, that they should get. You know what I'm saying? They should get a lot more shine than they already have. Excuse me. Callstead is another, you know what I'm saying, another artist I rock with. Um, like I said, it's so many, bro. And the scene, the scene is definitely there. But I feel like the scene can definitely be a lot better too. But I feel like that's probably with everywhere though, because I might say that the scene is a certain way in DC, but you might say, well, the same thing go on here in, you know what I'm saying, in Greensboro too. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might, you know what I'm saying, for somebody that's never really been out to see a Greensboro, you know what I'm saying, scene, they wouldn't really know. So it's like, you know what I mean? Some of the same situations and same things happen everywhere. I think that it's just a little more in certain areas than others. But the scene in DC, man, like I said, it's definitely there. I'm not saying that it's horrible. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just feel like it can be better. But yeah, it's definitely there, and it's a lot of talented artists. It's a lot of talented artists, bro. Definitely.
Man, I'm really glad you said that because when I was in high school, this was like 2003, 2002 or 2003. The only rapper who I heard coming from DC who put anything out that went mainstream that made it onto 106 Park was this dude with this song that go, whoa now, I forgot the name of it. I just know the song is called Whoa Now. I liked it then, but now looking at it, it sounds very gimmicky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but you in today's time, and not even saying back then that it wasn't like this, but how many artists do you see now that really don't have some type of gimmick with them? You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
It's not really too many that don't have some type of gimmick with them. You know, and I know it's for a reason. I know it's to try to get that, you know what I'm saying, that foot in the door, whatever the case may be. And it's like, you got to do what you got to do to make it. But at the same time, it's like, and I can only speak for me personally. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I just want to let the talent speak for itself. I don't want to be involved with none of the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't see me for who I am and the talent that I bring, then I guess I'm not the guy for you. You know what I mean? Or for whatever it is that you got going on. Because I'm not really one of those to compromise what it is that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Just to be heard. And not, I feel like a lot of people fall into that. You know what I mean? They'll do anything to be heard, or they'll do anything as soon as somebody say the bread is involved. So,
that being said, I like what y'all said. I like what you said about record labels on your song. So what was it? I think it was Chances, either Chances or Teach Yourself, one of those. You were speaking against record labels, and I, for one, I can totally agree with you. I agree. So I'm not like a full-time artist, a rapper, a hip-hop artist. No. I'll say I'm not a full-time rapper. I'm not a full-time words. Okay. I'm trying to find my words here. I don't do what you do full-time. Okay. I do it whenever I get a chance to do it. Most of my attention goes into education and theater. But I would say that if I did, right, I'll be in the same boat as you. Don't know. You do not need no record label in 2022. You got all of these streaming services and channels to the public consumption. All you gotta do is convince a number of people why they should be rocking with you. Period.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's not so much that I'm against the labels per se. It's just that I feel like we as artists just have to be a lot smarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the saying is, oh, you got make it make sense, and you really gotta do like make this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. You gotta make it make sense. And I feel like you said, in this time right now, especially, you don't need them. You don't need them. So make it make sense for yourself. Luda said in the track, uh, and he was like, pretty much start your own label, sign yourself to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that made a lot of sense to me right there. You know what I'm saying? That hit home for me. It resonated, and I feel like that's one of the things that we all should be trying to strive for. You know what I'm saying? If you really serious about doing this, you want to be in it. You know what I mean? Try to build your brand. Try to, build your label, whatever it is, and then sign yourself to yourself. And then if you have other artists, you know what I mean, that's rocking with you as far as your crew, your clique, or whatever it is, then you know what I'm saying, you sign them to that, to that label as well.
I would ask you, I would ask you, well, before I ask you this, I would say that is like a formula that works because before Jay-Z became who he is today, that's exactly what he did. Wasn't no record label checking for him back in the day. But he, Biggs, and Dame, they started Rockefeller Records. Why did they name it Rockefeller Records? I have no idea. But nevertheless, they started Rockefeller Records, and the rest is history. Jay-Z invested in himself, and that's what art. I used to want to be like the biggest, most famous gospel rapper ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when I realized I'm not one of them artists who people like flock and run and jump hoops, jump barricades to get to. I'm an artist who's probably gonna be slept on, and who I have to convince people, and who I have to like just put my money where my mouth is and show you how dope I am. Most of us independent artists, we're just, that's just the hand we've been dealt. But that's cool because that keeps us on our toes, that keeps us hungry, that keeps us going for it. And so once I really, really embraced that, I realized, forget record label. Record labels take a percentage of your profits. Why share your profits when you could get all the money for yourself? Not only that, but a record label tells you what you can and cannot spit about. Forget that. I spit what I want to. If I want to rap about running from a jaguar in the middle of the Serengeti, I'll do it. That was the most random thing I could think of.
No, I got you. I'm with you. Yeah.
Now, why ain't you going for no record label? Why ain't you going for no deal?
Like I said, bro, I just can't see myself compromising. It's I see how a lot of the other artists get jerked around, what I'm saying, they sign in bad contracts and all of that other type of stuff like that. And I, for one, too, like when it comes to fame, I guess, and having the camera in your face all the time and people following you around and this, that, like, I don't want all that, bro. That's just something that, I'd be the one to be pushing the camera away, like, you know what I'm saying, get from me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I necessarily, I don't know how I would honestly handle all of that, to be truthfully honest. But yeah, man, I would honestly like to, like I said, have my own label, just build my own brand, you know what I'm saying, do what I want to do that way, you know what I'm saying, keep it independent and have everything come back to, you know what I'm saying, myself and my artists that I deal with. The goal is to make sure that, like Cameron said, everybody eats, you know what I'm saying? So I I don't want anybody that I'm involved with to get jerked around by anybody. You know what I'm saying? I would rather for it to be a all around great experience for all of us. As far as just being in the game and doing what we love and doing it the right way. I feel like that would be the right way, the best way. I don't feel like anything that they have to offer would necessarily be beneficial besides, what I'm saying, the money aspect of it, truthfully. And even getting still with the money aspect of it, it's like, is that really worth it? That's
I
a
feel
question I
that.
always ask myself. Like, is it really worth it?
I feel
I
that
don't
because
think a
most
lot of
record
people really sit
labels,
down and ask themselves.
I feel that because most record labels, from what I've heard, they more so act as a bank. They're going to loan you. They will loan an artist a certain amount of money to cover the cost in the promotion of a certain album. And this is just a little bit of what I think I know. I hope I'm right when I say all this. But they loan an artist a certain amount of money, one for an advance on what they're supposed to, what they think that the artist might make from a particular project, and they spend a lot of money paying for the artist to go out, record the project, clear whatever samples is on it, pay musicians, pay guest artists, and then go out and promote said record. Pay radio stations, pay concert venues, all of that. Now, if the artist does not make a certain amount of money to balance out how much the record label has paid, the artist is going to be in debt. That's why there's so many one-hit wonders running around here. Now, is that pretty much how it's done in America, or am I completely full of crap?
I mean, from my understanding as well, like I said, it's I'm still doing a little research and still learning myself when it comes to certain aspects of the game. But I mean, from my understanding, yeah. And I mean, like I said, it just doesn't seem like it's something that's really beneficial for any of us, truthfully. But like I said, a lot of people, once numbers is thrown around, and they're like, oh, them numbers sound good. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing they're thinking about is getting their family out the hood, or doing, doing for their family, or whatever the case may be. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it at all, like I said, but I just feel like it's a smarter route to just, to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just put that faith and that trust in yourself.
I would very much agree. I would very much agree. I want to ask you something though, real quick. Now, you said that you like to write how you feeling, tell your story and stuff, right?
Yeah.
What are the top 3 subject matters that you like to spit about?
Top 3 subject matters?
Top 3. Like, I know that when you heard my project, you heard me talking about black issues, talking about love, and talking about mental health to some degree more than anything else, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also like to talk about that. I also like to do some really nice upbeat records. That's why you heard "Dancing in My Dreams." So I would ask you, what are the subject matters that you like to talk about the most?
I would kind of be along some of the same lines, truthfully. Just issues that we go through as black people, black issues. A lot of just personal issues like you said, love. Just life. Period, bro. Like that's my main source of what I'm speaking on. Just life as we know it right now. Like everything that you know what I'm saying I'm going through at the moment, things that I see at the moment that other people are going through, the things that we go through as a people. You know what I mean? So just like I said, life experiences. Period. I feel like that's something that we definitely need to talk about, especially like you said, when it comes to certain things that most people are afraid to talk about. Um, you mentioned mental health. That's me and my brother Black Mav, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately he passed, you know what I'm saying? But we did a song speaking on mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, depression and anxiety and things of that nature, things that a lot of people, like I say, they don't talk about a lot because they feel like if they speak on it, you know what I'm saying, nobody really is paying attention or listening anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Um,
topics like that,
well, I would
I
say,
like to think that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people will not address. And I feel like
I would
if I
say,
address,
oh yeah, sorry.
no, you good. I was just saying, I feel
I'm
like if
sorry. Go
I
ahead. I'm
address
sorry.
it, I was saying that I feel like if I address it, there's somebody, okay, I relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's not just me because a lot of people sometimes they feel like, oh, it's just me going through this, or oh, why do I feel like this? And when really it's a lot of people in the world that feel the same way. They just haven't said anything to anybody.
Yeah, I would very much agree. And the beautiful thing is the more rappers, because let's be honest, no other music genre has as much of an effect on the world or culture at large than hip hop does. Well, when someone's going through some type of mental health issue, it has shown itself to be very stigmatizing. So when someone like yourself or Cole or Kendrick or Nas or any of these new rappers who talk about, are they talking about mental health or are they talking about reactions to getting drunk and getting high? I don't know. But my point is it becomes less of a stigma and allows room for more transparency when people like me, you, and others give voice to it. And condolences to your brother. Condolences to that.
Appreciate it definitely. So just going back to what you just said, like I said, just a lot of people they cope with things the best way that they know how, right?
Right.
And for me, my coping has always been my writing because I've always felt like I was alone, even though it could be a lot of people in the room. The room could be full of people, but I still feel alone because, like I said, if I say certain things to certain people, or if I talk about certain things or certain issues, it might be looked at as, you know what I'm saying, oh, you're a grown man, what you crying for? Why you complaining? Or, you know what I'm saying, this or that. You know what I'm saying? It's taken a different way rather than just, oh, well, he needs somebody to just sit down and listen. Or he just needs somebody to sit down and talk with because he's going through. A lot of people, especially when it comes to men, a lot of people see it as men crying or men complaining or whatever the case may be. And it's like, no, that's not what it is. I'm just trying to get this off my chest. Especially when it comes to trying to talk to a woman. They say, oh, well, open up, communicate, this, that, and the third. But it's like when you do that, it's taken as, are you crying? So I speak on stuff like that sometimes too, like because they say, oh yeah, a grown man ain't supposed to cry, this, that, and the third, da, da, da. And it's like, yeah, nah, bro. They lied to you. You know what I'm saying? Because if we were taught to show no emotion as men.
Right. Especially black men.
So when you show that emotion, people see you as being a sucker. They see you as being off, whatever the case may be. I don't feel like that. I feel like me being able to give you all of me, because it's not easy to give your life to the world. So for me to be able to do that, I feel like that makes me more, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say more of a man, but I feel like that, you know what I'm saying, that speaks volumes for me to be able to do that. For me
I'll
to
tell
be
you what
able
it
to sit
does.
here and tell you that I'm not afraid to cry. For me to be able to sit here and tell you that, you know what I'm saying, this is how I feel. I don't
I'll tell
feel
you
like
what
that's
it,
a bad.
I'll tell you what it does. It makes you more freer than others, because how many people are walking around here carrying that load, carrying that weight, and due to the stigmas, the PTSD, the post-traumatic slave disorder, which a lot of us suffer from. How many of us are walking around carrying that around and trying to adhere to certain preconceived religious or societal norms and not, expressing yourself on that. This is a liberal term, and I'm not liberal, but telling a man not to express himself, that is the literal definition of toxic masculinity. And that's a liberal, and that is a liberal term. But I believe that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been told that all our lives. You know what I mean? That we can't express ourselves. But yet we live
Yeah.
in a world they say you're supposed to be able to have freedom of speech and freedom of this and freedom of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so many.
Well,
If you don't pay attention, it's so many things that can leave you confused about as to what it is that you can and can't do, or what it is that you should do. How should you direct your energy as far as your anger or your thoughts or your, you know what I'm saying, your feelings and emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like it can leave you confused if you don't pay attention and you're not comfortable with who you are. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to be themselves, especially when it comes to artists, because you have so many artists that come out and then their name is somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're praying to be, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. So it's like, who are you really? You know what I mean? Who are you really? I've heard the story about this other person that you saying that you are. We know that story. What about yours though? When does your story kick in? And that's why, one of my homies said that he said one of the hardest things in life to do is to be yourself. And sometimes it's a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation, because you can be yourself and, you know what I'm saying, that people won't appreciate it. But then if you try to be like somebody else, and they're gonna be like, oh, well, why are you trying to be like so and so? So it's still not appreciated. So it's, you know what I'm saying,
I will bet
you just really gotta be comfortable with you.
I will bet you that while in the interview, Andre 3000 admitted to having social anxiety disorder, I will bet you that's why a lot of us celebrate him, because not only is he just completely bananas when it comes to I shouldn't say bananas. Not only is he just a complete lyrical genius, but he was ahead of his time. He was being himself at a time when people were not pushing that particular narrative. Big Boy, though, again, he's a genius as well, but he fell into but he was pushing more so the pimp player culture that a lot that they were talking about a lot in Atlanta. But Andre 3000, well, hey, just listen to Speaker Box Love Below. You will hear Big Boy, he's rapping. He got a whole bunch of artists from the South on there. You got Jay-Z on there, Killer Mike. But Andre 3000 is singing And I didn't see that coming. At the time, I thought that was weird. At the time, there were people asking Big Boy if Andre 3000 was gay. All of that. But he was being himself in these streets.
Himself. He was doing what made him feel good at the time. He was doing what made sense to him. And although, like you said, it looked weird to us, because I thought it was weird at first too. But at the same time, after going back and listening to it, like you said, it's like, yo, this dude is a genius, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did it at a time where, like you said, it wasn't expected. And 9 times out of 10, if it was anybody else, it would not fly. But it worked for him. It worked for him. He stayed true to himself, and people ended up loving it.
He did, and due to the fact that you stay true to yourself, that's why people are loving you and your bars, man. You see what I just did there?
I appreciate that. Yeah.
So as we start to wrap this up, tell us about the Gate City Tavern show and what led you all to having to using Gate City Tavern.
Oh yeah, so what led us to using it is we wanted to do another event, and we wanted a little more space. At the same time, we was like, you know what, it'd be dope to do like an event outside or whatever. You know, Gate City Taverns has the deck out there in the back of the spot. So we was like, yo, that'll, passionately, she sent me, pictures of the spot and was like, yo, this could be, where we do the next journey. And I was like, yeah, that'll be dope. So August 27th, Gate City Taverns, Greensboro, North Carolina. It's actually a listening party for myself and my homie Killer that I was telling you about earlier. He's a producer. He's from South Carolina, actually, Florence, South Carolina to be exact. But it's a listening party. We're dropping our collab album on that same day. But we are also having special performances, guest performances coming out. You know what I'm saying? Again, from DC. We are having yourself, ADQ, bars on top of bars on top of bars coming out to perform. You know what I mean? As well as a few others. So, yeah. So if anybody is in the Greensboro area, you know what I mean? If you free, August 27th, come on out. It's from 6 to 10. From 6 to 10. We'll be doing our thing out there, and we definitely look forward to seeing you.
So wait a daggone minute. I thought that y'all had some like big name, big underground artists headlining the joint. This is a listening party. Y'all got me coming through on a listening party. I'm like, heck yeah, and it's a listening party for your joint.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
honored.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and I'm gonna be running in there. I'm gonna be prepared, but I'm gonna be running in there because I will just be finished with my play Assassins. So I'll just be finished. Yo, if I happen to get up in there and start talking junk about Richard Nixon, sorry, I'm still in character. But boom, I will get back. I will get in the ADQ mode. Be like, yo, and play my song. Pay attention.
No, we looking forward to it, bro. I know I'm definitely You know what I'm saying? It's a night that I want everybody to remember. Not just because it's a listening party for me and my homie, but just because of the simple fact of, these events that we put on. It's like I said, it gives a platform for artists to come out and do their thing. But not only that, but it's a networking moment. You know what I'm saying? So you never know who you can run into, who you might meet. You know what I mean? We put out the flyer, I think it was from the last event, or we put out a video from the last event, and you saw that, and you reached out and you asked about when the next opportunity was, and so I'm just grateful for that, just to have somebody actually reach out, because like I said, I'm not from the area, so with me being from a totally different area, you know what I mean, trying to come to y'all spot, you know what I mean, as a guest. And bring a party out or bring the people out, you know what I'm saying? It's a little harder than it would be in my own backyard, but at the same time, I'm definitely looking forward to it, like I said, and just willing to see how things go, you know what I'm saying, and willing to reach out to the people and, you know, and connect with them, because that's what it's all about for us, you know. We just want to reach out to the people and connect, you know. The vibe is definitely
Well,
good. The vibe is
again,
positive.
I appreciate y'all having me. And another thing, see, I'm all about connecting. I'm all about building connections and whatnot with people world all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. I'm gonna tell you this. This is how I feel about connecting. Last year I put up a Zoom reading of this play that I wrote called Aprende Español. The girl who played the main character, I found Hispanic actors from all over the country and a Hispanic actor from Mexico. So my stretch knows no boundaries.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. I mean,
bro, we gonna have to chop it up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like some more, because I mean, you know, I actually kind of been thinking about getting into the whole acting situation.
Do it
myself. Yeah, and then I got a cousin. One of my cousins, he's actor, and then his brother actually went to school for mass communication. So we just trying to put all the pieces to the puzzle together, man. That's why I say, you know, you never know who you might meet and what they into, because I mean, everything will fall into place.
You never know.
If you're in the right situation and in the right time at the right place.
You never know. Like, yo, this is how me and Passionately first got connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was promoting a play that I put up back in 2019. And we just happened to meet while being at this radio station called 105.1 here in Greensboro. She came through, she spit bars, you know, like she always does. She got more bars than the Irish neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? She got more.
We got a little something together too. You know what I'm saying? We got a track together. I mean, we're gonna drop that soon. Like, we might actually perform that drink. You know what I'm saying, on the 27th. So yeah, you never know.
Man, I look forward to hearing that. And also I'm trying to get her on. But yeah, I heard her do that. I was like, yo, we have got to connect. We gotta connect. So I would say any friend of hers is a friend of mine, and definitely, yo, I'll definitely call you a friend, homie, family, all that good stuff. And and I'm sorry, I'm 36 having an 86 moment. But so, yo, tell me this. Aside from the event and the collaboration project that you got going on, what else you got coming up? And this acting career that you're about to jump into. On speaking into your life, libations, affirmations. What else you got going on? What else is on the cup for you?
So as far as the acting, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, not hopefully, I will link with you, you know what I'm saying, that we can discuss that further. But yeah, I plan on dropping the album, my actual first album. I've done like EPs, mixtapes, you know, singles and whatnot. I have yet to do the actual solo album, and I'm working on that right now. I will be dropping that in December on my 40th birthday. So that's going to be a milestone situation. You know what I mean? My 40th first album, and I'm very excited about that. You know, I might actually do another listening party or something like that. I don't know yet as of yet, but that's.
I'm gonna need you to tell me what that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need you to tell me what that's like, because I turned 40 in 3 years. So I'm scared to death. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, what it's like as far as this age wise?
Yeah.
I mean, just life in general, or being that age and doing the music?
Being that age, period.
Oh man, I still, a lot of people, you know, they be like, oh man, I'm getting older, I don't want to face that, this, that, and the third, da. Me personally, I don't feel no different. I still feel the same that I did before. The only thing is, I say, you know what I'm saying, I might be a little slower on the basketball court than I was before, but I still got it. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, bro. Honestly, because we coming up, we told that you won't make it past 25, and things of that nature. And I mean, to make it that far, you know what I'm saying, in life, that's a blessing. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. I feel good about it, Uh, so yeah, man. I'm just waiting to see what 40 is going to bring for me. You know what I'm saying? What's in store? I know it's going to be something good. It's going to be something positive because it's nowhere else to go but up.
Absolutely. Now, you were talking about the album until I was being extremely rude, and because I hear 40, I get scared. But yeah, you got the album. What else you got coming up?
I mean, like I said, that's the main focus right now, man. Is just the album. Um, I'm always working on collab stuff as far as just with the crew and other artists, that may reach out. I'm willing to work with anybody that's willing to work with me. You know what I'm saying? That's serious about their craft. So I mean, I'm always looking forward to connecting with people. Like I said, just like if you have a project or something that you're working on and you need features, bro, just holler at me. Anybody that's out there. You know what I mean? Like I'm easy to find. I'm on all social media. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, Instagram, all of that. It's Terrance Northeast Beast Mason on Facebook, Instagram. I'm at Northeast Beast One. So it's Northeast Beast pretty much everything. So I mean, I'm here, man. Like I said, I'm happy to be alive and I'm ready and willing to work, man.
Well, next time I put together a project, I'm definitely going to hit you up. I definitely will, because you don't strike me as one of those people who will hold me up for a verse for like 8 years or whatever.
Oh no, sir.
I meant to ask you that real quick. This is going to be my last question, real quick. Where did the name Northeast Beast come from?
All right, so at first I was going by Mr. DC, but somebody else already had that name. But the reason why I was going by that though is because when I was living in South Carolina, because I lived out there for a few years, um, it was this one dude that I met. He never would remember my name, so he just always used to call me DC. So, you know what I'm saying? Every time he'd see me, he'd be like, oh, what's good, DC? What's good, DC? So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? People know me from being from DC. So I just put the Mister in front of that and was running with that. I actually got it tatted on me too. But as far as Northeast Beast is concerned, though, I'm from Northeast DC. So that's where the Northeast part comes from. And the Beast is just, it's a beast within. You know what I mean? It's a beast within. And I'm a beast on the mic. And that's where that comes from. I just feel like, I'm a beast with the way I put these bars and these words together. I'm a beast with a lot of different things, but when it comes to the music, like I say, I feel like I bring something different. So that's where that
Gotcha.
name comes
Gotcha. So I know I said that would be my last question, but I lied. You gotta tell me in the listen office what's going to be the actual name of the collaborative project and the album.
Oh, so the collaborative project that's dropping on the 27th of August is called A Dope Producer Meets a Dope MC, Volume 2. This is actually our second project together. We do have Volume 1 already out and it's on Bandcamp. So I can definitely, send you the link for that.
Please.
And the actual solo album for myself, I'm still kind of torn between whether I'm going to name it Milestone or if I'm going to name it A Different Aura. So A Different Aura was pretty much, I have a cover made for that already, so I might just keep it at that. But
What'd you like
I
for
was
my
thinking
opinion?
about Milestone, but yeah, I mean, what you think?
Okay, my opinion is A Different Aura because I feel like in 2022 people are leaning more towards being spiritual and whatnot, and people are starting to become more cognizant of vibes and energies and auras and whatnot. and so the energy that you bring to the mic is different. So it is a different aura indeed.
No doubt.
So
like I said already, so that's probably more than likely that's what I'm gonna run with. Like I said, I already got the cover for the joint and all that. So yeah. And I'll send you the cover and let you peep that out and see what you think about that too.
I'll definitely tell you how dope it is because I already feel like it's gonna be dope. Now, last thing, you already said this once, but in case somebody happens to catch the tail end of this for whatever reason, because people's attention span is like really low these days. How can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, so again, I am Terrance Northeast Beast Mason on Facebook. I have a Northeast Beast page as well on Facebook. And on Instagram, I am at Northeast Beast 1. And that's how you can find me. Like I said, Northeast Beast pretty much everything.
All right, and if you happen to be a follower or fan or congregant of Northeast Beast, Terrance's music here, and you want to know how you can gain access to me and my fine artistic skills and podcasting and other things, you can hit me up. My email is adq4christ@gmail.com. My Facebook is Adrian. No. Actually, hold on. Adrian adq4christ@gmail.com. My Instagram is Dion Chocolate Guy 85. My Twitter handle is Avenue ADQ_85. And also my Facebook is Adrian Dion Quarles. My government name, ADRIAN DION QUARLES. Please do not call the CIA on me. Yo, T.
You.
Brother, it has been great talking to you. Thank you for your music. Thank you for your different aura. Thank you for your artistry at large, man. I look forward to seeing the future, and thank you for sharing your story about how important mental health is to you, because it's way too ignored, especially in our community. I must say that you, sir, are a beloved, valued, and needed member of the Renaissance. Our people are better because of you.
I want to thank you for having me. I want to thank you for reaching out again, like you said, for the show and everything. We look forward to hearing you bring all of the bars, all of the music, all of the poetry, whatever else it is that you have in store for us. We are definitely looking forward to it, man. So, like I said, again, thank you very much, and we appreciate you as well.
Man, I appreciate your appreciation, man. And I'm telling, I ain't gonna lie. Between me and you, between me and you and whoever listens to this, I'm gonna be nervous as a mom, man. I'm gonna be like, they putting the mic on my hand. What am I supposed to do with this? Yo, I'm 80.
That's a natural feeling, bro. Like, it's crazy because my wife came to a show, right?
Right.
And while I'm up there, I'm nervous. But when I get off stage, she like, yo, you look so comfortable up there. You look like you belong up there. It just looked like you don't have no care in the world. And I'm like, shit, if you only knew what my stomach was doing and you only knew how I felt on that stage for real, you would not be saying that. But I don't know. I don't know how I make it look that way, but I'm with you, bro. Don't even. That's a natural feeling, and I honestly feel like if I didn't get nervous, then that's when I probably would mess up. If I don't get nervous, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if that makes sense, but I don't know, man. It's weird.
It makes perfect sense because nervousness lets you know that you care for it. Because I'm gonna tell this story, and then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go tend to your bars. Tend to your bars. That's crazy. Anyway. So like I keep on talking about, we just completed a run for my most recent play, Messy Millennial Starter Pack. I would say that it was probably like my 41st, 42nd play. I kind of lost count. And I was nervous. I don't know if I was nervous because it was my first time being on stage since COVID. Like I did 2 shows last year, but neither one of them were on stage. They were both outside. So I was like really, really, really nervous. Or maybe I was just nervous because that's God telling me, reminding me how much I love it. And I do love getting in front of audiences and spitting. That's just something that I've always loved doing, going back to high school. And I'm very grateful that y'all give me a chance to do so. So, heck yeah, man. 27 is going to be dope. I'm going to start the evening doing this. I'm going to be like, where's my prize? And then I'm going to come to y'all and be like, yo, been walking these streets blinded. Time fit. I think that's it. That's all I'm going to give you. Give you a rest on the 27th.
Yeah.
But yo, thanks for coming through, man.
Man, appreciate you again, boss.
Absolutely. This is ADQ's Renaissance. I'm ADQ, and that is Terrance, the Northeast Beast Mason. Peace. Can't even see my finger. Boom, peace.
She's sexy, she's fine, her skin tone is butterscotch. She calls me Bill Cosby, cause I love to make the pudding pop. Unique, bold, elegant, and classy, but still likes to have fun and shake her Laffy Taffy. Smooth like whipped cream, sweet like a peach, exclusive like the white sands on your favorite beach. Her eyes dark brown, and they really compliment her face. Long black hair all the way down to her waist. She's standing 5'5" with a confident attitude, like I know I look good. I can pull any dude. Have you seen her? Fly girl, hella sexy. Dress game is mean. Tap where her breast be. I'm trying to get her next to me so we can get it on. Matching bra and red thongs with them high heels on. Yeah, I said I'm trying to get it on. Matching bra and red thong with them high heels on. I love to hear you make those sounds. I'm gonna be loving in and out, up and down. Oh,
yeah, what it up, what it is. Looking at the way that ass jump. Hey girl, what's your shit? My shit is you on top of that countertop. Bringing it down, and I like the way that you pop it and shit like a pop lock. Got the minds, that's that applesauce. Bitch, my mind is lost. What's my mind is yours? Nah, bitch, time for war. I'ma beat that shit like a battle. Make that ass rattle like a snake. Twist her up, shake your body like a snake. That's that old school RKL. Yeah, hotter than hell. I don't give a fuck, I'm magic, bitch, caught in a spell. Now I got you thirsty, that bitch is acting thirsty. Patting my back, calling me baby dog, she tryna burp me. But nah, this ain't no nursery, I'm doing my fucking thing. I'm the man, but it up, but it is, make you know I'm gonna bang. Yeah, nymphomaniac, sex fiend. She give me head when I sleep, I got the best dreams. She my dream girl. Oh, I see. Make those sounds, I'm gonna be loving in and out, up and down. Alright.
A G-spot attacker, like I'm fighting gang members or trying to be a hacker. Bend over, let your head touch the sheets. Let me get up in the guts, make you skeet. Like Little John say, you from around the way, you don't fuck them dudes, I think them niggas gay. But anyway, let's not talk about that, let's talk about me and you, bang banging, you know like that. I'm all in them guts, making you saying what? Give me some more dick, with more inches plus. Baby, I know you like the way I fucking crazy, but hold up, I'm not trying to give you no baby. Yeah, that's the truth about the matter. I'm down to put it in your face and make the skeet scatter. And this ain't no lie, man, I can make my dick come all in your face, popping off like the 4th of July. And that's the truth about it, check it. Banging them cheeks make the shit real reckless. You know, like an earthquake, make no mistake, girl, your back won't snap, no shit, it ain't gonna break.